My financial goals for 2022. So I've not been doing that well in terms of finances because of low to no work for various reasons. Agencies have thrown me about and wasted my time. When I was trying to get like part-time hours, because I watched Hamza's video on it and it's like pretty decent, but it's really hard to find part-time hours, turns out. And even when you get them, it's not guaranteed. It's really not. So I guess I'll do the hard way and instead do full-time hours, work, part-time YouTube time. At least, in this case, I'll have shit tons of moolah. That's how I'm gonna frame it positively in my mind. Upon reflecting, I will try to refrain from doing gift giving this year. Try not to do anything on Christmas. I'll just try people's birthdays instead. Now, obviously I won't expect Christmas gifts for me either, so should be a fair deal. Essentially, Christmas nukes the wallet really hard. Really hard. It's not even a joke how hard it nukes the wallet. I've lost hundreds of pounds from doing that. I'll also refrain from takeaways and needless restaurant expenses, though I've already done so out of necessity. Hopefully this habit will persist even though I have boatloads of cash or lump sums of money. That's partly why I'm making this video, just so I can remind myself that all of this money essentially has a plan behind it, and I don't want to screw up that plan. This is the money for future me, not this me. This me does not deserve the money. He hasn't earned it yet. My expenses, one of my basic expenses for the year, rent money. Rent includes a lot, alright? I'll just detail it right now. Apparently, rent increases in April by like £100 a month. Actually translates to about £50 more from my end. I'm not included in this year because it's in 2023, so my overall house expenses is £400. Or like my overall expenses is £400 per month. 200 of that is rent. No, actually 210 of that is rent. No, actually 215 of that is rent. 215 of that is rent. £100 is roughly on food. I did overpay last time, so accounting for that, that should be about right. Maybe it's slightly more than that, 120. Either way, it's quite close to exactly right. And then the remains over 100 is on gas, electricity, and water, as well as various subscriptions like an internet subscription and I don't remember the other one. Wow, this is a burning hole through my pocket as we speak. It's not even funny. It's like third of everything. Third of what I'm gonna earn is just gonna be paid to that. It's shit. Also, I'll obviously need to pay for gym. That's not even a question. Like, it's essential for me basically at this point. If I want to get like a dream bod via reach the male advantage, be the outlier male, that's what I need to do. So that obviously translates to £250 for this year. If I want to escape from having to work in my town and work anywhere, Boolean is my answer to that. So I've been thinking of saving a lump sum, which will actually cost me £9,400. I thought it was way cheaper. I thought it was £6,900. Maybe they changed the price recently because of all the people that are buying it. I don't know. Either way, it's a scary ass number. Thank God it's covered by a money back guarantee, even if I don't get it. That's nice of them. What I'm worried about is actually the time commitment required. 6 months. 6 months it's gonna take. Which is scary. That's 6 months of not earning anything because it's essentially a full-time gig. 40 hours a week. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with a 1 hour and a half break in between. So essentially I will need to cover that with also rent money. So I would need about $2,400 as well on top. That doesn't account for the change in the fucking thing, the price of the rent. So at least it's a short thing, and it will allow for higher earning expenses. At least you would think so. Also, it's my backup if YouTube doesn't go anywhere, and this is my YouTube. This is me. I am a nigga. Wow. I do doubt that, but you never know. You can never know. So further in the future, this year, presumably after I graduate from Boolean, I will try to save for about 5 years of basic living expenses to where, like, presumably ways you could take off and I could work on this full time, and then when I won't need to worry about the money at that point. My goal is only like £400 a month, and that's pretty doable on YouTube. Pretty doable. Although I do need to save at least 10,000 for other purposes, i.e. self-improvement stuff, or the stuff for YouTube, or fitness stuff, or various other things I could think of that would improve my life, and emergency stuff too. Say if I want a product out, I'll need to pay a 10k or something like that, commission something, that kind of thing. So my target is about 25,000 to 45,000, or 25k to 45k, or more if I don't mind the work too much. Although perhaps it's just better to stay as a warehouse worker and not lose the 6 month in potential earnings, and 10,000 to 12,500 or 10k to 12.5k of all the school expenses. That includes the rent. That's also been on top of that. I guess I can decide when I have the money exactly. Then I could see if I still want to pursue Boolean, or if I've decided something else is better than that. Who knows? Maybe it won't even exist when I get that much money. Who knows? But essentially that would cover the scope of the video, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And with that, goodbye.